This is not a tutorial. I've been saying it at the beginning of every one of these videos because I know these might look like tutorials. This one, I hope it looks different enough from other types of videos to not get confused with that. But today is the end of week 2, day 14, for this sort of project that I started for myself. So this is art every day. I've been trying to draw, paint, sketch, just do some kind of art every single day. And the hope is to get it to do art every single day for an entire year, hopefully. So with the first week, I had no idea what the heck I was doing. I just knew that I had to get started. And so it was a lot of flailing around. And then this whole week has been, I've had a more solid grasp on what I'm doing, it feels like. So by the end of week 1, it felt a little exciting to be starting something new. So there was this feeling of ambition and ineptity. So I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna draw like Magikarp 100 times and see what happens. And at the end of week 2 now, I'm feeling a little more confident in what I'm doing, what this channel is, having some goals for myself. And so I wanted to try and combine that ambition and orientation into the goal this week that I've had, which has just been to draw hands. So why am I drawing 100 hands? Why not? I don't know. I mean, it's Sunday. I've got the time. It's Sunday Fun Day, I'm calling them. It wasn't really all that fun for me, but hopefully you can have some fun at my expense. I've got about 4.5 hours of footage that I edited down to make this as short as it can. So I hope you all enjoy it. If you're not familiar with this channel or this format, I usually just put some footage on in the background and just kind of ramble for a little bit. I'll talk about whatever's going on in my personal life or whatever's been going on with the art too. So every so often, I will go back and forth between them. So I had to kind of weigh out the pros and cons of how many hands I wanted to draw, like just do 10 hands 10 times, 20 hands 5 times, and so on and so forth. So I decided for today I'd just start with 10 by 10. Sort of get a quicker pace going, and just feels novel enough to start something new every single time. And so with a lot of these hands, the first 2 or 3, I spent a lot of time on each one of these drawings and trying to get it just right, and like finding details in them that probably weren't very necessary for what I was trying to do today, which is just draw as many as I could as fast as I could, with the goal of being just getting an impression of it and learning from any mistakes that I make, you know. And then at some point too, in some of these hands, I just start giving up or experimenting and having fun with it. I mean, like, you can only draw 100 hands so many different ways, so it gets a little repetitive. But I had some good music. My cat's been with me all day today, so she's been keeping me company. Took a couple breaks to you know, call some family. We had some birthdays. So a good day all around, though, you know. But it is like 11:30 at night now, so I'm hoping to get this done and pushed out before midnight. And what else is going on? So yeah, why am I doing all this to begin with? If you're new to this channel, welcome. So am I. I'm pretty new to all of this. I'm 14 days new, and I'm trying to sort of hit the ground running and figure things out as I go. So bear with me as I do that, and thanks for tagging along on the ride. And I think it's just I said this in a few other videos as well. This is just something I knew I wanted to do for a very long time. Like I used to love drawing and doing art when I was younger. But for whatever reason, like, I think I just got like seriously depressed in high school and middle school, and I just stopped altogether. And so I never got any better. And so, you know, I decided I'm either gonna do it or I'm not gonna do it. And so I'm just starting and making as many mistakes as I can. and learning to enjoy and find purpose in those mistakes, you know, and not worrying about getting it just right. So a lot of these drawings are pretty full of mistakes. Some of these fingers are a little too long, some of them are way too short, the proportions are all over the place, and that's okay. And that's the whole point of doing this, right? Is just drawing as many as I can, getting those mistakes out, seeing what happened and why. And yeah, so these first two hands, they took a long while to get all these done. I think I've had one extra hand in hand number 2 here. I did. So this video really should be titled 101 hands, but I don't have any Dalmatians around too. This hand looked a little funky to me. I saw it on Pinterest. I'll link the Pinterest board that I've been using for this video as well in the description, if anybody's looking for good references. But this hand just felt weird because I found it off a link from another post that I found, and I know there's a lot of content on Pinterest that maybe isn't as original as it would lead you to believe these days. I'll just put it that way. So yeah, I had a little fun trying to play with shading, trying to figure out how to do that. I'm not sure if that's I mean, I'll try and practice like hatching and cross hatching again at some point, and shading and lighting and color, those are going to be their own weeks entirely, I think. Speaking of weeks coming up, we've got the new week starting after today. Tomorrow's Monday, Memorial Day. I do have the day off, thankfully. Very lucky to be working somewhere that takes state and federal holidays off. So I don't have any ideas for what I'm gonna do next week. It's been hands, hands, hands. And maybe I'll switch over to light, color theory. I have a lot of fun with color theory. But I'm still figuring a lot of this out. So yeah, man. What else is going on today too? And I say this every video so far. If there's something that you feel like you need to do too, like something you've wanted to do for a long while, and you feel like you just never have the time, or I don't know, maybe it's a lost passion you had. Like this is for me, really. Go ahead and give it a try. Get started if you can, because there's really not enough time in the world. Life's just too short to not try doing it, right? And you ask yourself, like, why do I want to even do this? And I've been struggling with this a lot this week too. This question of why. Like, why am I doing this? What's my end goal? And I think I gotta be okay not having an end goal for now, right? I'm not trying to, by the end of this year, make like a masterpiece piece of art or something like that, or learn how to make a comic. But that could be a fun week on its own, trying to learn how to make web comics, and started the art of like paneling and storyboarding and you know, describing scenes through I took a class on comics. It was like one of those elective classes for college, which I thought was sick, and they made it related to our coursework so that we can get the credits. So what else am I doing here? So that could be a fun thing to try. And I think as I draw, as I learn, as I get to know myself better through doing all of this, I might have a clearer idea of what I actually do want to do by the end of this year, and maybe where it's gonna lead, you know? And yeah, I think I I've been a person who's never had many, how do I describe it? The motive is always, I don't know. It's like, why do I want to do X, Y, and Z? Like, why do I want to go to work? One, for the sake of doing the work and just doing a good job at it. I think there's value in doing work for its own reward in a way. A job well done. And maybe that's one of the goals I have for myself with this. It's just doing something well and feeling accomplished, and being able to share it with all of you. So maybe that's one of the goals. Maybe that's a goal. But figuring out what I want to do and why is a challenge for me. And you know, I don't have any big projects planned after this, aside from just doing it and seeing what happens. This hand in particular was frustrating me, and I think in the moment it looked so weird and janky to me because of the way that the perspective was working, that it just looked odd and distorted, and it didn't feel comfortable to my eye. So I kept doing it over and over and just not really feeling very happy. But when I put the figure in the background and gave it some more depth, I was much happier with that. So you can see it in that first one that I've got there. Like, it was pretty messy. But yeah. What else have I got to talk about? I've got a move coming up. So I've been packing a lot of boxes and then realizing that I need something and going into those boxes and taking them back out and then putting them back in the boxes and then realizing I need something out of it. You can see where this is going pretty quickly. But I've been just trying to do what I can with what I have and just get everything packed away. I'm not moving very far, thankfully. I just needed a change of scenery. Where I'm at right now is okay, but I've got a lot of, I don't know. The rent's gonna be cheaper at the new place, and I've got some loaded memories here. It's been a very difficult year, I'll just say. So a change of scenery to somewhere that has more walkable community, more vibrant community in general, I think is just going to be much healthier for my mental health, as well as working on this project on the side. So yeah, I don't know what I'd be doing without this. I literally scrolling on Instagram or TikTok or like YouTube. I don't have TikTok. If I do, it's a dangerous, slippery slope. Like, I don't think I'd be able to pull myself out of that hole. I already have a hard enough time on YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, and you know how that is. And if you don't do it. Don't do it, dude. So, yeah, just stay far away. So this has been extremely helpful for me to, instead of consuming media 24/7, whether that's playing video games or watching a show or just watching mindless content, I've been feeling, I don't know. It's such a different feeling to be generating something and to be creating something instead of consuming it all the time. And it's been very rewarding. And I'm happy that I decided to do this. And if you find yourself in a similar situation that I was in, I'm gonna go ahead and encourage you again. Try and make something. Whether that's music or art or I've got a friend, he's trying to find things that he wants to do. I've started this for myself, but he doesn't know what he wants to do quite yet. Going to the gym and you know, sculpt your body, sculpt your health, take care of yourself. And if you don't know how to create things with your hands, and you're a very social person, which I like to imagine that I am, but I'm also very introverted, and I have hard time with certain social situations too. So but if that's not you, and you're a very social person, and you get along well with everybody, and you feel like you don't have a creative bone in your body, build up other people. You know, do what you can with the time, the energy, and the empathy that you have too. You know, so you don't have to build. You don't have to paint. You don't have to create. You don't have to do things that are tangible, and physical. There's a, I don't know. I'm getting my words mixed up. It's 11:45 at night. But you don't have to make things that are tangible to create in this world. Building people up is an art and a skill that not many people have. And if you think you could do it, give it a go. We need more people like you, you know? So this is hand 10. This is the final round here. By hand 9, I was starting to not really cry, but wanting to just get it done and over with. So a lot of these doodles start to devolve pretty quickly into just a few lines to get the general idea of it, and some of them end up pretty fun and funky, and they've got a flair and a style to them, which I do enjoy. But I'm gonna pretend that they're like stylized. Some of them are stylized so that I could draw them quicker. And that's the dirty, ugly truth. I just had to get this done. So that's hand number 10. And then the rest of this, I think I just spend some time breaking apart the boards and assembling them. So I sped this up quick for you too, because I didn't want this to take too long. Especially since it's almost midnight and I gotta get this out before midnight. But yeah, here's the end result. 100 hands. Didn't think that it would take as long as it would, but at the same time, it took a lot shorter than I was afraid it would. I thought this might be an all-day kind of thing, but so only 4 hours isn't too bad for this, I think. So I'll just keep this on the screen for a little bit, and I'll just say, you know, I appreciate you sticking around and watching this all the way to the end if you made it this far. And if you skipped to the end just to see this board, I see what you did. I see you in analytics. And that's okay, because I would skip most of this video too if I was you. So, but if you're someone who did stick around, I see you. I appreciate you. And thanks for sticking around. And I'm gonna keep making these videos every single day. Maybe they'll be better. And maybe they won't. Who knows? But if you keep doing it, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. But that's it for today. I'll see you next time.